They sit there and they complain and they sit up and reminisce. This, like, you are living rent free in their mind. You're living rent free in their mind in perpetuity. All right, salute. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for being here. And today I want to talk about why a lot of modern women regret divorce and they go straight to social media to talk about it, to throw their tears and cry about their decisions and stuff. And I'm not even gonna like make fun of this person, like this specific person. I'm gonna run a video clip of because she's not bashing her man, but I wanted to talk about this is the future of what a lot of these chicks are facing because they don't believe in death do us part. If I'm not happy, I'm out. They will pull the plug and destroy and blow up the marriage. They will rip the kids from the home. They will isolate and segregate the dad. They will pit people against the dad. And I'm not saying this is every case because honestly, I know there are certain women that don't need to be in certain relationships too. I know that that's the case. But the thing is like, ladies, if I'm willing to admit this as a man, why can't you admit this as a woman? So without further ado, I'm going to run a clip of this woman who regrets. She doesn't really regret her marriage, but let's just listen to it and you make your own judgment, if you will. So let's go.
The court notified me that my final decree of divorce has been approved by the judge. I know that it sucks being alone. I come home and I'm alone. I go everywhere alone. I don't hardly talk to him anymore. I don't blame him. I filed for the divorce.
Pause. I hate being alone. I can't stand going anywhere alone. He doesn't even hardly talk to me anymore. I can't blame him. We don't do anything together anymore. Like what the hell did you expect? You divorced him, ma'am. And I'm not like even bashing you. But this is a good example for women to like look at. This chick literally divorced this man and now she doesn't have access to him anymore. Now she's crying. Now she's alone. She doesn't have anyone to spend time with or do anything with. Like, she's lost her purpose in life, which is what men deal with on the other side of this. Like, God knows what that man's dealing with. But she divorced him. And she had nothing bad to say about him. And to be fair, a disclaimer, I appreciate and respect the fact that she's not dogging this dude out. I do. But to be honest, like, men are seeing this like over and over. Women divorcing men for stupid reasons, like minuscule, like cookie crumb reasons. I'm not happy. We're going through a rough patch. Or he got sick. Women forgot that lifetime vow. Whereas, and I'm not saying all the men are good either. As I said, I put that disclaimer already. But to be honest, men are sick and tired of hearing this. Like, ma'am, what the hell did you expect? Like, you think you still have access to him? You think you could still call him and cry on his shoulders? You divorced this man. You ripped his whole world out from underneath him. And he has to be a man because no one gives a damn about how men feel. No one gives a shit about men's suffering. No one cares. Like, ask any man. If any man's watching this video, put in the comments and let me know. Who cares? Who cares about you? Who cares about me? Who cares about your brother? Who cares about your other male friends or acquaintances or family members? No one gives a damn. Men have to accept this. And it is not an easy pill to swallow. The fact, like, when you really wake up and you realize no one cares, this is how men feel. Now, men get past this. Most men should. I'm not saying you dwell on this and say, well, no one likes me, no one cares. I should like take myself out, because I'm not prescribing that at all. Like, you should like embrace it. No one cares. Which means, why do you care about them? It's a very empowering feeling once you truly embrace it, that no one cares. No one cares. Women are terrified of this. Like, no one cares. The second that she pulls the plug, even if a woman does something bad, she blows up a marriage, she goes and has an affair, she's got 2,000 friends and family members, like as an echo chamber. Like, the hive mentality is going to come and tell her, oh, you queen, you know, he forced you into another man's arms, you know, or, you know, the fact that, you know, all the other things I talked about, paternity fraud, and, you know, some of the diabolical things that some of these chicks are doing, or even pulling a plug on a healthy marriage instead of building it and fixing it. This tells you, this is why men always have to look at a woman's past. If a woman can pull a plug on a healthy, quote unquote, healthy marriage, even though she wasn't supposedly fulfilled. And I'm not saying that, like, you should stick around as a woman, like, if a man's abusing you, neglecting you, or like like going behind your, like doing all this other bad stuff. And I'm not talking about looking for minuscule things, like he don't take the trash out until I ask him. I'm not talking about shit like that. Like, instead of fixing it, which is what a man thinks once he's married, this is what a woman should think too. It takes two people to fix and make this thing work. But if a woman's willing to pull the plug on a long-term commitment, like a marriage, like 10, 15, 20 years, and now she's out on the market, man, she's done. Like, this is how you need to understand. If she can do this to him, she can do this to you, and she will do this to you. This shows you a woman is not willing to fix. She doesn't understand conflict resolution. She doesn't understand how to fix problems, how to come together, how to sacrifice, how to like negotiate or even meet in the middle. This tells you that you are going to have these same issues with this type of chick. So with that being said, let's go ahead and finish this out.
People are wondering, well, you filed. Why are you so upset? Why are you crying?
Really?
Just because you make a decision that you think is going to end up making things better doesn't mean that you have to give up the fact that you love that person, or that you did it because you were trying, or whatever. I've never met anybody like him, and I've never loved anybody like him either, but I don't want a divorce. I still am very much in love with my husband.
Dude, she dropped so many pills in this video. She's still very much in love. Why the hell would you divorce him? Number one. Why the hell? Why wouldn't you bridge the gap or try to figure this out? And I'm not saying you can do this by yourself, but honestly, come on. You have to take accountability as a man or a woman in a committed relationship, that I have an equal responsibility to meet this person where I need to meet them, and vice versa. And don't deal with somebody who's not doing this. I get that, but come on. Now you're sitting here crying about this. You filed divorce. You are very much in love with this man, as you admit. This woman, I'm sorry guys, no disrespect, she is never going to get over this dude. And he's going to go on to find a better looking woman. He's going to go on to make more money eventually after he goes through his hard times. Hopefully he goes through this on the correct side. He betters himself, elevates, chases his purpose, retracts, gets rid of things. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying isolate completely, but cut your circle short and get back to the grind, bro. So with that being said, this chick is sitting here crying. Like, think about this. Why did she even make this video? What inspired her to go on TikTok or X or wherever this video come from, Instagram, to make this video? Like, what trigger, like what event happened that we don't know about? I don't know. It's a big question. It's something you need to ask yourself. But look, man, this is what I'm trying to say. These women will always regret divorcing, letting go of a good man. Because most of these good men, yes, they're going to suffer in the short time. They're going to suffer in the short term. It's going to hurt. But man, I'm telling you, these men are going to go out and find not just better women, but women that won't do this shit to them. Women that are not just going to, like, I'm divorcing him for, like, what the, like, she didn't even say what the fuck she divorced him for. She filed for divorce. Why? Was he a bad father? Was he a bad husband? You're very much in love with him, according to your own words. What's the problem? You know, every damn relationship, no matter how far back in time you go, even grandparents, old school stuff, is filled with hard times where people had to work through things. And they talk about this, working through things together. What happened to this? This is why men don't want to get married. This is why men don't want to get married. You fucked a good man's life up. This is what I'm taking. This is my take on this. Based on what I've seen, you fucked a good man's life up. You ripped his entire world apart. Now you're crying. And you're not even like seeing the full effects of what's coming, because once he begins to like become better and let that shit go and work on himself and heal, maybe he goes to the gym, makes more money, opens up a new business, he does something different. You're going to sit back on the sidelines and you're going to watch that man for the rest of your life, and it's going to torment you because you admitted it. This lady admitted she is still in love with this dude. This is why, like, for the ladies listening, this is why men don't want to get married, because this is trivial. Like, she gave us literally no reason to why a divorce was warranted, number one. And on the other side of this, number two, guys, if you are the victim of that, you need to understand she is going to live with regret for the rest of her freaking life. She's going to watch you do your thing. And this is why you got to become a stone cold asshole about this. When somebody F's you over, man, you kick it in the face. You do hard, you work harder, you give less of a damn about what people think. You quit caring about people's opinions. You cut friends off, you cut family off, you cut whoever off you need to become something better, because these things are what propel a man to become better. But the downside of that for the woman is that she's got to watch that man that she let go, that man that she effed up, that man that she divorced. She's got to watch that man look better, find better chicks, make more money, be more successful, be happier. And this is going to drive them crazy. To me, it's the curse. It's the curse of divorcing or breaking your vows your vows in a marriage. This is the curse. You broke your vows. Oh, I'm not happy. I'm divorcing because I'm not happy. Now, I get it. If there's abuse or some shit like that, or infidelity, I understand this. I understand this. You are biblically resolved of that to an extent. But still, I'm not happy, or why the hell did you divorce this dude? You're cursed with the ghost of that man haunting you for the rest of your life. These chicks can't handle what happens after that divorce. They feel good in the moment. They get a little rush and a little kick initially. Oh yeah, I'm free. I can go out here to Club 59 and 57 and get ramrodded by all these young dudes, these DJs and bouncers and stuff. Yeah, none of them dudes are committing, because guess what, man? You are old, just like me. I can't do this shit either. I met I was married 15 years. I met a Chad at work, work husband, and I hooked up with him, and of course Chad left me. Chad pumped and dumped me in the printer room, you know what I'm talking about? And then boom, now she's crying because now husband's found a better looking younger woman. He's making more money, he's looking better, he's happier finally after he went through that initial stage. So it's like the women, they get the rush on the front end, but they get the punishment on the back end. Men get the punishment on the front end and get the reward and the rush on the back end. This is what I'm trying to say. You got to be smart about all this. But guys, this is the truth and the reality. These chicks are miserable. When they divorce or they leave or they reject you or they disrespect you, a woman ever cuts you off, man, don't ever think that they're not watching. Don't ever think for 1 minute they're not watching what you doing. Man, they are watching you do better. They're watching, and they hate it. They can't stand it, dude. I'm not saying that, all of them are filled with envy and rage. A lot of them are, but there's a lot of them that are filled with absolute freaking regret. But it's too damn late. There's no coming back from this. There's no, her monkey branching back to you. Hell no. There's a reason she felt comfortable enough to divorce a man she's supposedly still in love with. I think that part was left out of the story, and I think it had something to do with a work husband, potentially. Or some dude slid in her DMs from the past. Whatever. This is what gives women the confidence to do this stuff. But they always regret it. This is why you got to make sure that you deal with a woman who guards herself. She guards herself against these types of invitations coming from other men, whether it's on social media or how she behaves in public. Honestly, a good woman, you're not going to have a bunch of dudes, coming in trying to, shoot their shot and run. I'm not saying if you don't have a beautiful woman, but a beautiful woman can still put that vibe out there to repel a man from even talking to her. Okay, for example, Sadia Khan. She's a beautiful woman. I love her to death, man. She's awesome, dude. Man, somebody come up, she's married. If her and her husband go out to eat and somebody come up and approach Sadia Khan, she's going to look at him and be like, why are you talking to me? I have my husband here. That's how she's going to handle that. She's going to handle it. Instead of a woman saying, oh, well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. If I wasn't married, well, yeah. She's not going to even entertain it. This is my entire point. This is why, guys, you got to be careful. And also understand, the women that have lost you. It's not the other way around. It's not the other way around, guys. Understand, this is what it is. They always regret it. They sit there and they complain and they sit up and reminisce. You are living rent-free in their mind. You're living rent-free in their mind in perpetuity. That's why this chick is up making a damn video about what? What inspired this? What triggered this? Nothing, but she's still thinking about him. The man that she divorced, the man she's still in love with, the man that she, believe me, if he did something wrong, she would have said, hey, he cheated on me. If he was out there lying to her, believe me, she would have said, my husband was lying to me, he was cheating on me, that's why I divorced him. But she gave no excuse as to why, which tells you everything you need to know. She left this dude because she was quote unquote unhappy, or she found, I would say, a work husband. That's my opinion. So with that being said, guys, let me know what you think. They always regret it. They're always complaining. You can see it. You can go online and look at this. It's readily available. They're putting it out there for you to see for yourself. They always regret it. These chicks are always crying. And remember, on the other side of that, if you're out there and you're older and you're dating, you don't want to catch the recipient of that type of chick either. That's the chick that's on Tinder or on Bumble looking for a soulmate. And then your ass sees her. Oh, she's cute. She looks nice. Oh, she was divorced and this and that. I'm trying to tell you, that chick did that to him. She will do that shit to you. With that being said, I love y'all. Let me know what you think. And I'm out of here.